All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Rafi Chowdhury here from RafiChowdhury.com, and today we're going to be talking about how to connect with women. So obviously this video is mainly targeted for men, but again, it could be really for anybody. And so we're talking about connecting with women in the context of dating and relationships. So the first thing I want you guys to understand is that as far as science is concerned, what we've found through research is that men or women and women we're so different from each other. It's almost as if we were from different planets. So women are actually much more different than us than we like to think sometimes. And so connecting with women is not exactly the same way as like when you're connecting with one of your buddies. There's a lot of inherent differences in how women think, how they perceive language, how they perceive emotions and things of that nature. But there are some general guidelines that I can give you guys that are backed up by science and has been proven to kind of work for us to be able to connect with women in a better way. Before I begin, the book that I would recommend that's really going to help you guys is called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. So the book is really more so about personal relationships and how to make personal relationships help you in the business world and to help improve your life and your relationships. It's not specifically targeted for dating and relationships in that context, but you can certainly apply these same principles and get the results that you're looking for. So when connecting with women, rule number one, just understand where they're coming from. Okay, what's going on with them? Most of the time when women get approached by men, it's typically because of the wrong reasons. A lot of men want to have sex with women. They want to do this or that. They have bad intentions a lot of times, and women don't like that. So when you approach them, you have to somehow separate yourself. You have to stand out from all these other men that are also approaching that same girl. Especially if she's actually attractive, there's chances are that there's a lot of guys that are hitting her up. So just figure out, how are they hitting her up? What are they saying to her? Are they just saying, hey, what's up, baby? What you doing, girl? Hey, girl. Oh, shawty, you fine. Things of that nature women get all the time. So if you can somehow make your message to them, your opening line to them, whether it be in person or via social media, a little bit more meaningful and in-depth, then you can certainly make a really good first impression. Something like, hey, I really like your hair. How did you do that? Did you get someone to help you with it, or did you do that yourself? Or some question related to what she's doing at the time. Hey, what are you working on over there? Or something along the lines of, hey, you can just make an introduction. Just you can connect with someone just by making an observation on something around you guys. Hey, have you been to Starbucks before? Have you been to this coffee shop before? It's my first time here. What should I get? Or something of that nature. So that's a way to actually introduce yourself and spark a conversation. Rule number two, you have to understand that women, this is a problem with a lot of guys in the tech and digital world, is that women traditionally are not taught to approach us and be forward. They're taught that, oh no, you're not supposed to talk to guys. You're supposed to let them come to you. So understand that they're not going to be making the advances towards you. You have to actually initiate an advance towards them and kind of let them know that you're interested in them. And from there, as a girl, their job is to sort of like give you kind of like a thumbs up or a thumbs down or kind of like type of thing. But if she's interested, she will continue to move that forward and kind of give you like a green light at least on kind of, letting you lead her in that relationship. So let her be the relation, the girl in the relationship, and you be the man and take charge. So don't wait for her to necessarily initiate things. Go ahead and initiate yourself. And if she's interested, she will definitely, give you that thumbs up and say, yeah, I would love to join you for a date on that night, or I would love to come to this thing or that thing. Don't always be waiting for her to invite you to things because traditionally women are really not taught to do that. Rule number three when connecting with women is that you want to become really good friends with her friends as well. Because that's the really only way that you're going to set yourself apart from the other guy that approaches her, is that you want to show her that you mean, like, you're interested in her more than just herself, for whatever reasons. You actually want to be part of her life. You want to connect with her family. You want to connect with her friends. You want to do cool things with her. You want to build a life around hers, right? So you guys want to build a life together. So when you're doing that, you have to really get involved in her life. And to do that, you really have to connect with her friends, her family members. You have to kind of go to the same things that she goes to. You have to go attend her, if she's going to church and you do too, just try to go and make it to her church. If you guys are both into certain sports and things like that, try to do it together. So the more you can emerge and immerse yourself in her life, the better your chances are that she will actually engage with you and she will feel connected to you. So that was what, like 3 or 4? I think rule number 5 is that it's very similar to the other one that I just said, is that you have to get her to invest in you. So what that means is actually, this is a very interesting concept in psychology that you will learn, is that you might think that if someone does a lot of things for you, that means that you love them so much, right? They've done so much for you. I mean, like, how could you have tons of love for them. Well, contrary to popular belief, and it's rather counterintuitive, but the reality is that if you do a lot for someone, you probably love them more than they love you, to be totally honest with you. That's why parents will almost always love their kids more than the kids love the parents, because you've invested in that person. So, if you really like her and you want her to like you, don't always just be doing awesome things for her, but give her a chance to do something for you as well. Get her to actually invest in you in some way, shape, or form. So how you can do that is by asking her to do like small favors. Like, you could be like, hey, let's just say something like, hey, I am doing a get together at my house, and I would love it if you can bring that awesome dish that you make that you're so good at. Would you be interested in helping me cook that type of dish? Or say, hey, I'm doing such and such this at this party. Would you be interested in helping me set up for the equipment? Or something like that. It could be anything, really. Just anything that gets her to kind of help you with something. You could ask her to help you with your homework. You could ask her to help join a project with you. In whatever way, shape, or form you can get her to invest in you, it will automatically make her more connected to you than just, if you guys just constantly do the same things together and there's no investments into each other as possible. Okay, rule number 6 is that you guys have to go through like hardships and experiences together. So what I mean by that is that you have to actually do things with her, right? You can't just, you have to actually like experience things with her. So instead of taking her to a movie, see if you can take her to a haunted house where you guys have to kind of like go through some experiences together. See if you guys can do like a maze or like escape room or something like that, where you guys have to work together as a team to figure something out. Go dancing with her. Like that way you guys can connect on a more physical level than just, over coffee, where you're just kind of like, it's very professional setting. A lot of times it's just like there's not, that much contact and stuff like that involved. But just whatever you can do to try to go out of town trip together. That's another amazing way, because when you're out of town, you guys are not going to know anybody. You're going to be in a foreign sort of like environment where you and her are the only people that know each other. So you guys will connect a lot more in that kind of setting than if you are always in familiar environments and places like that. So really